Hello users, and welcome to one heck of a doozy here. So, the Attorney General of, I believe, is South Dakota, uh, hit and killed someone while perhaps drunk driving home from a Republican fundraiser event. He reported himself that he hit a deer, and then they found the body the next morning. So I'm going to read from this article here from Rapid City Journal. The Department of Public Safety is not disclosing some key details about the investigation into the Attorney General who fatally hit a man while driving after attending a Republican Party event at a restaurant in eastern South Dakota. Jason Ravnsborg, 44, reported hitting a deer Saturday night near Highmore, but actually struck a pedestrian whose body wasn't discovered until the next morning, DPS said in a Monday morning news release. The pedestrian was later identified as Joe Bover, a 55-year-old man from Highmore. The Highway Patrol, which is part of DPS, is leading the investigation but receiving assistance from the North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation. The DPS spokesman, however, is not disclosing which agency is handling which parts of the investigation, including whether the state's top law enforcement official will be interviewed by fellow South Dakota public safety officials or ones from North Dakota. How duties are shared are internal decisions, Tony Mangan said. And you can read this whole article yourself. Link, as always, in the description. Governor Kristi Noem said at a Sunday afternoon press conference in Sioux Falls that Ravnsborg had been involved in a fatal crash around 10:30 p.m. Saturday on U.S. Highway 14 near Highmore. No other details were released at the time. Ravnsborg was driving westbound on the highway in a 2011 Ford Taurus, according to the DPS news release on Monday. He called the Hyde County Sheriff's Office to say he hit a deer, but law enforcement realized he hit a person when Bover's body was discovered the next morning. Most people, when they hit a deer, they stop and they call law enforcement, Mangan said. The majority of people get out of the car if they suspect their car was damaged, he added. Mangan said all aspects of the crash are under investigation, including whether it could be a criminal hit and run if Ravnsborg actually knew he hit a person. Alcohol and drug use is always checked in crashes, and the cars are always investigated, he said. Ravnsborg, who is serving his first term as Attorney General, was driving to Pierre after attending the Spink County Lincoln Day dinner in Redsfield, said Tim Borman. Interesting last name. Spokesman for the office. Also an interesting coincidence. A Borman working for a Republican? Who'da thunk? Go look up that last name. The event was hosted at Rooster's Bar and Grill from 5 p.m. to 8:30, according to South Dakota GOP's website. Nick and Victor Nemec, who are both brothers, said their cousin Bover was hit while walking to his disabled vehicle, which he'd crashed into a ditch in Haybell Saturday morning. My cousin got run over by the Attorney General, said Nick, a former state lawmaker. A deer doesn't look like a human, Victor added. Nick, 62, and Victor, 58, said they were called to identify Bover's body around 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. The brothers, farmers who live near Holabird, say they're upset by how long it took for officials to ask them to identify the body. Victor is afraid victors won't share the truth about the crash. And you can read the rest of this yourself here. But again, isn't it interesting? Republicans. Oh, I hit a deer, they say, as they leave someone. Who knows if they died that instant? Who knows? They could have been dying. They could have maybe helped and save this person's life. Who knows? But instead, they died in the cold. And it's just like the Republican Party is just trying to be hush-hush about it. What do you want me to say? What is there? Do you want me to say? I don't know. I have no idea. What am I supposed to say? What is there to say? I don't know. Do you know? If you do know, let me know in the comments section. But wow, this is one hell of a doozy. And I say that without any comedic intention. Jesus Christ.